Welcome back to Newsmaker Live. I'm here with Papa Veda himself, Ignatius Thyssen, and also Rohan Sion. He is a writer of calypso music. He has been very successful. Both of them have been very successful in their writing. Papa Veda writes for himself generally, and he has won 4 crowns in calypso. Rohan Sion, he doesn't sing. I've never heard him sing. I don't know if he has that ability, but we know that the person he has written for, continues to write for, if he gives the politics a little break, has won 7 crowns. We're talking about the mighty Pep. This evening on Newsmaker Live, we're talking, is the music fit for air? A lot of complaints over the last couple of weeks regarding the music. Should radio stations be playing some of the music that is being produced? And, you know, if it is that popular, why not play it? Talking standards, where do we draw the line? Are we bordering on censorship? Are we bordering of, you know, infringing on our constitutional right to freedom of expression, freedom to express opinions? You know, this is something that our constitution gives us, and are we setting ourselves up for bigger government when we take these little steps to say, well, we should stop this or stop that?
No, I see that so easy. I mean, the songs play, we hear the lyrics. I mean, if you can prove there's something derogatory or something obscene in the lyrics of the song, then you have every right to take it off the radio. But then,
if who can prove that?
But that's what I'm saying. Then prove it.
Because you know, some people are more sensitive to these things than others, and you may say what's going on.
Yeah, because people, let me tell you, for example, 4-cut. You know how many different interpretations I've heard of 4-cut or 4-cut society, which is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
people say so many. People hear so many different things, but I'm not. That's not what I'm saying.
That's pushing it a little bit.
What are you meaning?
The society part is pushing it a little bit. You'll agree with that?
No, I said we're living in a 4-cut society.
I know that's what you're
because
saying.
Because anything you want, you could get it for a cut. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm saying nothing
but
different.
You see, that is the whole idea of the innuendo. And
you know, now I feel like I'm in a tent, you know, and I'm listening to the songs. I have to smile because I'm hearing the lyrics, but I'm also hearing the meaning.
Yeah. When you say it on the stage, you know how you say that.
He's a master. He has been there for 30 years.
That's where it go get real technical. Yeah. Because that is exactly what I say. I say nothing different.
But you don't have to say anything different because you're going to hear all kind of things anyway.
But that's what I'm saying. So who do you blame for that? Because that's not what I am saying.
You hear what
so how do you what
the artist is saying?
The legal argument.
Suggesting that is in the minds of the listener.
Yes, that's
mine's
an interpretation. Because I'm telling you, people interpret 4-cut in so many different ways that I can't even, repeat it. Yeah.
And you knew all of that when you put it together, right?
Well,
it's exactly what
I didn't know all of that. I didn't know all of that.
Probably we can repeat it after 10.
I know people would interpret it in their own way, but I didn't know.
But that's what makes a song interesting. That's what different things to different people. So everybody gets something out of the song to laugh at or to smile at. And I think that's an effective song. As to whether people say it's suitable for the air or not, I don't know. I mean, that's a moot point. But certainly he performs the song in the tent where you pay to go in.
Right, exactly.
And people will be thoroughly entertained. And I think that allows Calypso to live one more year.
One more year.
Now, even people, talking about the tent environment, even people who are more sensitive or more conservative would find that song less objectionable in a tent. They might say, okay, that's fine, but then don't play it on the radio. We have our first call. Good evening, caller. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, Clinton, you're just getting the vibes.
Just getting the
but
vibes.
You haven't heard the other one when the guys in the courthouse and in Parliament and the fellas have the cell phone on and then the man is saying shush, Let the man make his speech. You hear that one yet?
I have not heard that one. I have not heard that one.
Oh boy, the Papa is king, boy.
You talking about?
That's Papa's one as well. Are you hearing
I
him?
mean, no, yes.
Okay.
I didn't get the original point. Maybe the
If you can just repeat your point so that they both can hear. Are you there?
Hello.
Oh, we must have lost him. Yeah, he was talking about Papa's song. You know, we're talking about for our cut, and we're talking about Post, but then he has another one. Shh, I have not heard that.
I heard that one. Yeah.
And another, I guess, interesting.
A political commentary.
Political song, purely political. Again, have a nice little twist to it, so it makes it interesting.
I must listen to.
The thing about composing songs is you have to get the handle. You can sing all the politics in the world, but if it get something different, something to the theme that is interesting, the song's going to fall flat, and that's an interesting little theme because it brings in a little twist on the thing, and suggesting that there's more to what the person is saying than just keep quiet. And this is a nice twist.
Yeah.
I think we have a call. Good evening, caller. Please go ahead.
Good night, good night.
Good night, sir.
And good night, Papa Veda.
Yeah, my brother. Good night.
We have two guests. We have
Well, it's Papa Veda, you focus on all. That's all right.
Yes, for a cut.
for a cut.
Oh, I love it,
Yeah,
It has
thank
a
you
nice
very
rhythm.
much. Yeah.
And I think that can go a long way,
Okay. Well, we have to thank 758 Pen and Ace for that rhythm, the Magarose they call it. If you could see, I fully represent the Magarose rhythm tonight in my Madras. In my
But what I
Madras.
noticed that Calypso is dying out and soca is taking over because the young generation are more interested in soca.
Yeah. At the party.
The marketing,
The marketing.
is what makes
Yeah,
what appears
because-
more attractive to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you find that soca have changed too, Because the real soca I know before and the soca now is too different.
Yeah, the
soca
music
in
is
the
evolving.
80s, in the 90s,
Yeah, the
Soca is
music
different now.
continues to change.
Yeah, which is a good thing perhaps. I mean, different instruments come in, different
Yeah.
techniques, different methods of production of the songs.
Now the whole idea of soca was soul calypso.
Okay.
Wasn't that?
Yeah,
that
that's
The party aspect
yeah.
of Calypso.
Because when you used to listen to the RO,
Yeah.
that was real soca.
Well,
That's
it
what
is
There's soca all the time.
soca over that era.
It's evolving.
Yeah, and it will
But
continue.
the young generation soca is totally different,
Yeah.
Anyway, take it easy.
Yeah, man. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
the
thank you very much.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of the music, and you're making that point. I mean, how far can we go with the music, producing, writing rhythms, for example? We're looking at something for export, and we'll answer that question after this call. Good evening.
Hi, it's Clinton. Good night. How are you?
Very good, sir. How are you doing?
Okay, I'm fine. I just want to, both Sion and Papa Vera. Sion, you would be aware there's a phrase that man is born free, but everywhere he's in chains.
Yes.
And you would also know that, unfettered and unbridled liberation without rules is a formula for chaos.
Absolutely.
Now, if we know all these things, I think it would be hypocritical of us not to set, as Clinton himself was suggesting, some basic rules that will guide us as a society in what we want our children, who are the future. Forget us, forget the grown-ups, who can put the perhaps correct interpretation to what is being or not sung on the radio. But the kids, we cannot be selfish and claim we're satisfied in our individuality. When your individuality has implications for a wider audience, then you are becoming selfish. So my suggestion is that when we want the first guideline, the basic rules that will guide whether something is fit for radio or fit for a tent or fit for a private show should be about the implications for the children. What is it we want them to look like? Are we satisfied that we are the best example for them, that perhaps they should be a better example? So I am saying this to say, Ron, Veda and things, that we need to have some rules, and the media managers and owners must, especially the radio people, they must sit down and come up with a body of regulation. And that's what they call self-regulation. Because in the absence of that, somebody else will be so irate, they'll put on the media people some regulation that is not going to be happy, they'll not be happy with. So the suggestion is that the owners of the broadcast media, especially radio, they need to sit down and sit with some people in the society. We are capable of doing those things and come up with some rules to guide what is fit for airplay and not fit for airplay. Bearing in mind, we are building a generation to come, not just ourselves. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much.
That's theoretically excellent. Although you're going to have difficulty in exactly what these rules is online. It may be closer to what Papa Veda is suggesting, that you take it on a song-by-song basis. And you may have to discuss particular songs. Clearly, some songs are okay, and some will start from the time you hear the songs, oh, let's be careful of this one. And then you decide, is the song suitable or not? And you may have to deal with it that way, because to get a formal set of rules, there should be this and that and that. We get kind of complicated, I would think.
Yeah.
And and may end up having to change rules for different situations.
Yeah, well,
anyway.
I mean, there's some. I would imagine that there'd be some songs that would be more difficult than others to determine, whether it's fit or not. In the U.S., for example, well, our situation here is that DJs come in or announcers come in with their little briefcases or CD cases, and they play whatever they want. In the U.S., you have playlists, and you don't choose your music. The music is already selected for you. And
that worked here for a while, didn't it? I understand Radio Solution once had a program of playlists for the announcers.
Well, I mean, a long time ago. A long time ago.
I would want to say that in the radio. It must have been a long time ago.
Yeah, a very long time ago. But now everybody comes in, they have something, and there is no program manager or media manager who checks and says, okay, well, we need to listen to this, or this is okay. This
structure,
this fits our format, so that can play, and this. So it's ad hoc. And it was interesting when I was hearing this argument last week on the radio that one announcer was claiming that another or some others were hypocritical because they would not play certain music. My argument was, why does the announcer have to make that decision? Why isn't that decision a company policy that dictates this can be played, that can be played based on the criteria that had already been set?
And it would simplify things for the announcers themselves.
Exactly.
Because they would have to be now deciding, well, can I play this, can I not play that? If there's something that's set in stone, more or less, or at least set in place, they can use that as a guidance.
Some guideline.
What that will do too, it will guide the producers of the songs that if they want to get the airplay, perhaps they cannot go too far. They have to decide that, oh, well, let's say I had a song like that and I had trouble. Yes, let's dig a little deeper, dig deeper to find a way to say the same thing in a more subtle way that's less abrasive to the ears of those listening, because that's what it boils down to.
We have a call. Good evening. Hello.
Yeah, night.
Good night.
Oh, what I find, you see that song, Panty and Bra? That's what's on the road, so you can't blame the Calypsonian. So, there's nothing wrong with that, because if people wasn't dressing like that, then you'd say, well, the guy just inciting something, but, you know what I mean?
It's a social commentary, a good one, too.
Okay,
that's why the society is getting the songs it deserves, really.
Based on what?
I tell you, the Calypsonians are living here, and what they sing about. Yeah, clearly. Well, that's a good point right there.
You're watching Newsmaker Live. We know that we have some calls coming in fast and furious, but we're due for a break. When we come back, we'll continue our discussion, and also we'll be taking your calls. Please stay tuned.